Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we're going to have a book on tape to play for you. Today book is The Adventures of Pocahontas, Indian Princess for 1994. So let's get started.
Pocahontas was a real American Indian princess who saved the life of settler Captain John Smith. Are you ready to read along? Let's begin on page 1. This is the story of Pocahontas. You can read along with me in your book. It's time to turn the page when you hear this sound. Let's begin now. Many years ago, a young Indian girl lived in the forest with her father, the chief of a mighty tribe. Her name was Pocahontas, and she was as fresh and lovely as a spring morning. Each day she would walk the forest trails, filling her basket with delicious red berries that grew wild along the way. One morning, as she wandered through the forest, Pocahontas heard strange noises ahead. The sounds came from the small beach where the young men of the tribe often went to fish. Creeping slowly through the trees, she reached the edge of the forest. Standing along the sandy shore was a small group of men. Pocahontas gasped as she saw them. They were not men from her village. They were pale faces. Pocahontas had never seen white men before. Amazed, she hid behind a large rock and watched them working on the beach. The men were bringing supplies from a great sailing ship, which rocked slowly offshore.
"Oh my,"
whispered Pocahontas.
"I've got to tell Father."
Pocahontas ran swiftly back to the village and burst into the log hut where her father, Chief Powhatan, sat with the council of elders.
"Father, the men, they're white like ghosts. Their ship as long as 20 canoes."
"Calm down, daughter,"
Powhatan said.
"What are you talking about?"
Quickly, Pocahontas told the story of the pale-faced tribe and their mighty ship. Chief Powhatan and the others sat silently, listening to her excited words. When she finished, the chief spoke.
"So, the white man has come again, as he did in the time of our fathers. Those here old enough to remember know well the trouble that followed their last visit to our land."
There was a murmur of agreement among the council. The aged medicine man, Tagawanaka, rose to his feet, anger showing on his wrinkled face.
"I know the ways of the white man. Do not forget they are not like us.
The old man said.
They do not respect the land. They will not respect our people. I say the white men must be driven back into the sea. We cannot wait until they grow strong and come at us with their fire sticks."
Still, we cannot judge these men by the acts of others.
Powhatan declared.
Let us see what is in their hearts.
The next morning, Chief Powhatan sent a small band of his finest braves to meet the pale-faced chief and bring him to the village for a meeting. 10 bears, a huge young brave, led the group. Pocahontas thought the white chief handsome in his crisp uniform. She sat behind her father as the man spoke.
"I am honored to sit with so great a chief,"
said Captain Smith, bowing.
"You are kind to ask me here." "I did not ask you here to be kind. I must know what is in your heart."
Chief Powhatan replied.
"We wish nothing but to live in peace. Our queen has ordered these men and myself to build a fort here in her name. We wish only a small piece of land to build on."
"The winter comes soon. Will you not hunt our game?"
Chief Powhatan asked.
"We shall stay north of the river. I will order my men to hunt only where you say. I give you my word."
Captain Smith promised.
"Very well,"
said Powhatan.
"I will believe you. But beware. If you break your word, you will face me again."
During the next weeks, Pocahontas often went to watch the men as they built their fort. The handsome captain showed her the strange tools they used, and even asked her to visit his great ship. Pocahontas and Captain Smith soon grew quite fond of each other. As the cold winter winds started, the white men sat in their small log fort and looked out at the bare trees.
Captain Smith, the men are hungry. Already our poor supply of meat is nearly gone. We can't find enough deer in these woods. All the deer must be on the other side of the river.
Captain Smith nodded and pulled his cloak tightly around his shoulders.
I know, Lieutenant, but the men will have to look harder. We have to find deer on our side of the river. That was our agreement with Chief Powhatan. We must keep our word if we are to live in peace.
But a few days later, the hungry soldiers came back to the fort with a fat deer slung on a pole. They told Captain Smith they had chased it across the river onto Indian land.
Fools!
The captain roared.
I gave my word we would keep to this side of the water. You must return the deer at once to the Indian.
But before the men could argue, a sentry on the fort's wall cried out.
Captain! Indians!
It was true. A large band of Indian braves surrounded the fort. 10 Bears was in the lead. His face was painted with the symbols of war, and in his hand he held a long spear.
John Smith, you have broken your word.
10 Bears shouted.
You must face the wrath of Powhatan. Come out, or we shall burn your fort to the ground.
Don't go, sir.
One man called.
We won't let them take you.
No, I must go.
Captain Smith replied.
I must answer for our actions.
Captain Smith went with the Indians back to the village. He was met by Chief Powhatan. Pocahontas stood beside him, a worried look in her eyes.
So I see now that you are indeed not to be trusted.
Powhatan said.
You have taken deer from our side of the river. I allowed you to stay to live here as a neighbor, and now you have betrayed me.
Captain Smith tried to speak, but the great chief raised his hand for silence. Powhatan's face was dark and grave.
You have broken our law. Punishment is death.
Pocahontas broke from her father's side and ran to Captain Smith.
Father, no! Captain Smith meant us no harm.
Cried Pocahontas.
It is only one deer. He does not know the law. His men are hungry. Have mercy.
Are not our people hungry too? Daughter, if this theft goes unpunished, will there not be more? The winter is hard, and it will be hard to find food for our own people. It is the law.
And Father, if you will use the law, I must as well. I use the right of claiming. It is the right of anyone in the tribe to claim a captive for their own. I claim John Smith for my own.
Powhatan raged, but the law of the tribe applied to all. So at last he said,
Very well, daughter. You are clever. He is yours. We will spare his life.
As the winter went on, Captain Smith taught Pocahontas many things. He told her stories of his home in England, of sailing across the great ocean, and of his meetings with the Queen. In return, Pocahontas taught him the secrets of the forest. Soon the two became the best of friends. One day, Powhatan came to see them while they gathered firewood in the forest.
John Smith, you have proven yourself a good man. My daughter trusts you, and I no longer have reason to doubt your word. You may return to your fort.
I thank you, Powhatan. I will return to my men.
Captain Smith said.
And most of all, thank you, Pocahontas. You saved my life, and you believed in me. I owe you everything. Someday I would like to bring you to England to meet the Queen.
And so it was. Smith returned to the fort, and with the knowledge of the forest Pocahontas taught him, the men were able to find enough food to last through the long, cold winter. And when Captain Smith returned to England in the spring, Pocahontas went with him, and she was honored by the Queen for saving the lives of Captain John Smith and his men. It's important to learn to get along and be friends with all kinds of people, isn't it?
Okay, so that was The Adventure of Pocahontas Indian Princess for 1994. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. We'll have another video coming out real soon.